fam, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today I have an interesting video for you as I will be showing you a recipe that I came up with a few days ago. So this recipe is for fried bake with seasonings or seasoned fried bake. I'm not too sure as to which one of the names I am going to be using, but yeah, I felt for something differently and I just wanted to try that out. It just popped into my head and I was like, yeah, I'm going to try that. So I did. It came out really well, and so I decided to share that video with you. So without further ado, let us get into this video. To make our seasoned fried bake or fried bake with seasonings, these are the seasonings I will be including. Here I have some grated onion and some grated garlic, some small leaf thyme. I also have basil, actually that's basil, yes. I have some chattoberry, regular basil. I have here some chives, and I also have here some big leaf thyme, or pom and poke as we say in local parlance. I also have here some dried parsley, and these are the seasonings we are adding. I also have here my chia flax blend to add to the bread, some soaked rolled oats, regular flour, and I do have here some yeast, baking powder, and some pink Himalayan salt. Regular salt can be used as well. So these are what I will be using, as well as some oil to help with the moisture of the bake. Regular margarine can be used. My preference is oil. And also I will be including some warm water, but I did not show it in this clip. So let us move on to creating this delicious bake. To a large bowl, I'm just going to go in with some water, and I will leave a link in the description box below with all of the ingredients that I use and the measurements. So I'm just going to add in some of that water, and next I'm going to go in with the raising agent, which is our yeast, sugar, salt, baking powder. Yeah. Once I add them in, I'm just going to give that a quick whisk, just like that. And this is self-rising yeast, so instant yeast, so there's no need for me to allow it to sit for too long or even at all. Next, I'm going in with the chia flax blend, and I'm going to follow up with the seasonings. Once you've added in the seasonings, give that a quick whisk, just like that. Next, I'm going to go in with the fat, which is my oil. Mix it around again, just like that. And then we're going to start off by adding some of the time our flour. And then, of course, I'm going to use the whisk to continue mixing it. And then once I get to a point where I can knead it, I will go ahead and do that. Here is our mixture so far, and now it's time for me to use my hands. And of course, I do have some extra flour here on hand in case I need to add in some more of that flour. If it's too sticky, then I'll have to add in a little bit more. And what you want to do in a case like that, you want to make sure that you add in a little at a time. Okay fam, so this is what our dough is looking like, and if you look closely, you can see bits and pieces of the seasonings in there. Alright, so what we are going to do is to allow it to sit in a warm place of the kitchen. In this case, I will put it in my microwave to allow it to double in size, and once that is done, I will come back to show you the next step. Okay, so what I forgot to do, y'all. Usually what I will do, because this is not like I am going to bake it in the oven, but usually what I would do is simply break it down or cut it into smaller pieces. So let's do that before we allow it to raise. Alright, so I'm just estimating in terms of the size, so I should get roughly about 4 or 5. I think I'm going to get 5 here. So I'm just take a little piece from this one, a little bit from that one, and a little bit from this one. Right, so I'm just going to, you know how we normally do it like that. I actually went ahead, I forgot I had some oil from the bowl that I used, so I just simply dip the dough into it, gives it the added moisture. So this is what it looks like. So we're going to do that. I'm going to do it for the rest of it. Here I'm just adding a little bit of flour, and that will help me when the dough has risen. I can easily pull it out without it sticking so much. So I am just continuing to fold the rest of the dough into those nice little balls, and we are going to allow it to rest until it has doubled in size. And of course that will be anywhere between 30 to 35 minutes depending on what you have to do. So this video came about by me just experimenting because I felt for something different, and I was like, why not try to do fried bake with the seasonings inside? So this is where this video came from. Let's move on. Hi y'all, so this is what the dough looks like after roughly 30-35 minutes or about, because I was doing something. So next I am going to go ahead and preheat my oil. So let's move on. Preheat. I have it at medium high heat, and that is because you don't want the oil too hot. If it's too hot, it's going to burn the bake and it will not cook properly. So I will allow that to heat up nicely, and once that is done, I will come back to show you the next step. So for this part of the video as well, I have to do a voice over. So here I have the oil, it's already hot, and you can see some of the bubbles in there. And so I went ahead and started making my bake. I simply used the method that we would have used all the time, which is basically to fold the bake into your hand, as you can see here, and just press it down like that a little bit. And then I did add some flour too because it was sticky, and well, some of that got into the oil. But this is what I'm doing here. I did make it out into a bake, and then I flatten it with my hands. This is also another method that you can use when making your fried bake, or even bake as a matter of fact. I was just not in the mood to go ahead and roll out the bake today, but rolling out the bake actually really helps with the rise or the raise of the bake. So here I added to the hot oil, and I'm just using my spoon. I'm just going to go ahead and flip some of that oil over it. And then of course, once it cooks on one side nice and golden brown, I flip it to the other side and allow it to cook. Now you want to be careful, I might have mentioned that before, with the heat of your oil. You don't want it to be too hot, or else it will burn and not cook. So I will continue to do this, and once it's done, I will come back to show you the next step. Hey fam, this is what our seasoned fried bake looks like. It's still very hot, so I'm trying not to touch it too much because yeah, it's extremely hot. But I just want you all to see what it looks like. It's nice and golden brown. You can see bits and pieces of the seasonings in there. It has a nice color, and guys, I'm telling you, this is perfect for dinner. It's perfect for look at your breakfast as well. The bake, and it's best eaten hot. The inside, it's actually really tasty. I don't think the camera is doing justice though, but yeah. So this bake is very delicious, and as I said, you can have it with some avocado, as you see here. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think. And as always, if you do try the recipe, please send it to us so we can post it in appreciation. See you in our next video. Bye bye.